Hi, this is Kat Lloyd, Paw Pals TV. I am in Temple, Texas with Steven Cox. We have covered the story about Emba, the ESA that was euthanized by the city of Killeen, and I wanted to sit down and talk to you a little bit. How are you?
All right.
All right? Okay. So why don't you start and tell us what happened once you got picked up from the hospital?
Well, I went to look for my dog and my cat, and somebody had taken them from where they were and took them off probably 3 miles away somewhere, and chained them to a fence, and somebody called animal control. They were microchipped to 4 different numbers, but nobody gave a call. Nobody called any of the numbers. And probably the next day or so, Sergeant Moore of the KPD came and found me. He said, "I've been looking for you," and he took me to get breakfast, wanted me to get something to eat, and then after breakfast he said, "Let's walk and talk," and she was microchipped to him, and
Okay.
they never gave him a call, or my friend Wendy, or my number. I had 4 numbers on file that they should have called, but they euthanized her within days. They didn't even hold her for the 10-day holding period, and didn't try to contact us, and they knew who she was. They knew.
How did they know who she was?
Well, they did her spaying, and she was microchipped, and everybody knew Emba. You know, they knew her name. They'd put her up for adoption after one day and had her name, a stray named Emba. Yeah, how do they? You know, they knew who she was. They knew who she belonged to.
So she had been at the shelter before.
Yeah.
Okay. By the paperwork that I saw, this last time was actually the 5th time that she had been there over the last, couple of years, for whatever reason. And you were absolutely right. She was microchipped. In the past, had they called?
No, the last time she was taken from Aldi's parking lot, I went in the store and they took her, and I called them. I thought somebody stole her, and I called her several hours later, and they said no, they didn't have her, they didn't pick her up, they didn't pick up any dogs from Aldi's, because I hooked her over in the shade.
Yeah.
and went in the store. And then about an hour or 2 after that, I was just sitting there not knowing what to do, really. Mm-hmm. And this lady pulls up, she feeds the stray cats, and she says, "Animal control has your dog." And she said, I said, "Well, I called them," and she said, "I saw them put her in the truck." And
so they lied to you?
Yeah, they lied to me.
The last time that?
Yeah.
Wow.
And she said, "Get in the car," and she took me to the animal. She said, "I saw them," and she went there with me. And I went in and I said, "You have my dog." She saw you put her in, and so they went and got her. But they were trying to not give her to me then too.
What do you think that was?
Evil.
I understand. Because there was really no reason. She was microchipped. They just didn't want to give it back to you.
Yeah.
Okay. And it seems to me from what the research that I've done that they did list her as a stray named Emba. And I can't find microchip scan information on it as well. So you're a Marine veteran. You found yourself in a position where you were homeless. Do you feel that they just felt like you didn't deserve one because of your circumstances, or do you think that it was personal?
I don't know. I don't know why. There's a lot of people around town who've talked about the director there and things that are going on with animals.
Yeah.
And her euthanizing and taking animals and killing them for no reason.
We've been covering stories since 2019 that basically we see that pattern. I want people to realize that Emba was not just a dog to you.
No.
Who was Emba to you?
She was my daughter. My sister. My mom. I don't have any family. But she slept with me. We spent all of our time together. She didn't go out in the backyard and stay and take food out. She went everywhere with me.
She was with you all the time?
Yeah.
So in that moment, did you think it was a mistake?
I was hoping it was. I was hoping it had to be. Why they would do that, knowing, not even holding her for a 10-day quarantine, not calling. They did it out of some kind of spiteful, satanic reason.
We kind of sort of got wind that people had seen Emba listed in Pet Harbor on May 27th. She was actually brought into the shelter on May 25th. So 2 days later, they actually had her as code green, friendly, ready for adoption, available for adoption. And somehow between June 1st and June 2nd, she was then deemed aggressive, red temperament, and euthanized as a dangerous dog. I don't see that.
No, there's no way. She's never. I've been assaulted twice out on the street, and she didn't bite the person there. She just barked at them.
Okay.
Yeah, I mean, she didn't even attack them at that point. She did get, she barked at them, but she didn't even bite someone when I was in an actual fight.
Okay.
Or being attacked.
I'm sorry that this happened to you. And I'm sorry that this happened to Emba. There is no explanation. I've seen all kinds of evidence that shows me they never scanned her, but they knew her name because they actually had her listed as Emba. I know that this has been happening a lot in the city of Killeen, and I feel that as an animal lover, what is your message?
Please sign the petition so these kind of things don't continue to happen. I'm not the only person that this has happened to. Emba's not the only dog. She's been euthanized for no reason other than some sick reason.
You've had a lot of people help you, haven't you, through this?
Yeah.
One person is Alana from Red Barn Kennels. What would you like to say to her?
I want to thank you, Anna, for everything you've done. If it hadn't been for you, none of this would be possible. I wouldn't have had anyone else there for me.
You're welcome.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
Now, a lot of people have come up, okay? I know that Anka called me and then Alana called me within a couple of minutes of each other when they told me about your case. I take an oath and I give you my word that I will not stop until there's justice for Emba. We're working on something so that there are a lot of us that want to keep you safe. And I'm not going to even mention it right now. We'll do it in a couple of weeks or a couple of months once we're able to share with people. But you and I have spoken about you going into a situation or you going someplace where you're going to stay safe so that you can prepare to fight for Emba, correct? Okay. Do you accept that invitation to go into a safe place?
Oh, yeah.
Okay, good. I'm sorry for your loss. I'm sorry that, I want her ESA vest back. There's a lot of things that I want in this petition. So if you would like to sign the petition at change.org/Justice for Emba, I think that this will actually allow us to put more pressure here in the state of Texas and in the city of Killeen so that we can get some answers so that this never happens again. Would you like one last word about anything?
I'd like to thank everyone that's assisted me through this and supported me and donated through this time, and I appreciate it, and it's helped a lot. Thank you.
Okay. Steve, thank you so much for coming in. I will be back in a couple of weeks to check up on you and to sort of see what's on for the next step of this fight for Emba. Is that good? Okay. This is Kat Lloyd, Paw Pals TV. Remember, be kind to your animals. Spay, neuter, microchip them. If you have a problem like Steve just went through with Emba, I ask you that you call me. At the end of the day, us animal lovers have to stick together for the sake of Emba. I'll see you guys next time.